China's dropping cars that look like they rolled straight out of Blade Runner. Spaceship designs, lounge-style cabins, and tech that leaves the rest of the world behind. And these aren't just sketches. They're going into production and hitting the road soon. So hit that subscribe real quick, because today I'm breaking down 5 of the wildest Chinese concept cars you've gotta see. Let's jump right in with number 5, Hongqi E202. This is the Hongqi E202, and tell me this doesn't look like the SUV Tony Stark would daily drive. Hongqi's usually the brand you see chauffeuring Chinese officials, but with the E202, they've gone full sci-fi luxury. From the outside, it's dripping with presence. That front end isn't even a grille anymore. It's a glowing light panel that literally breathes with animations. The roofline sweeps back like a coupe, giving it this sporty, futuristic vibe. And the wheels look like they were lifted straight off a concept spaceship. It's elegant, but aggressive enough that you'd think twice before pulling up next to it. Step inside and you forget you're even in a car. The cabin feels more like a private lounge in a 5-star hotel. A full-width digital dash stretches across the front, ambient lighting shifts with your mood, and the seats, they recline into zero-gravity mode like you're about to take a nap on a long-haul flight. They've even got smart glass that tints itself at the tap of a button, and an AI assistant that feels less like Siri and more like a co-pilot. Now, here's where it gets really wild. Hongqi's aiming for nearly 800 kilometers of range. That's close to 500 miles with ultra-fast charging that can top you up in the time it takes to grab a coffee. Pair that with dual or even quad motors, and you're looking at a luxury SUV that could give Tesla's Model X Plaid a serious headache. And the crazy thing is, 5 years ago, no one outside of China was even saying Hongqi's name. Now they're flexing with concepts like this, ready to square off with Bentley and Mercedes on the global stage. But if you think this SUV looks futuristic, wait until you see the next car on the list. The HiPhi A makes this thing look like tame. Say hello to the HiPhi A, China's idea of what happens when a spaceship and a hypercar have a baby. And honestly, it might be one of the craziest electric cars I've ever seen. First off, just look at it. The stance is low and wide, with razor-sharp lines slicing through the body. The headlights, they don't just shine, they literally project animations, almost like the car is alive. And those massive air channels carved into the sides, they're not just for looks, they're feeding air through the body for aerodynamics, like something you'd expect in Formula 1. This thing doesn't whisper futuristic, it screams it. Slide into the cabin and it's just as wild. We're talking wraparound digital displays that curve toward the driver, a yoke-style steering wheel, and seats that look like they belong in a fighter jet. The tech goes full sci-fi too, with AI that learns your driving style, voice commands that actually work, and lighting that changes based on your mood or even the type of music you're playing. It's not just a car, it feels like the cockpit of the future. Now, let's talk specs, because this is where it gets insane. HiPhi says the A is rocking a tri-motor setup, pumping out over 1,200 horsepower. Yeah, you heard that right, 1,200 horses in an electric car. 0 to 60, just over 2 seconds. That's Bugatti territory, except it's silent and runs on electrons. Top speed? Over 185 miles per hour. And thanks to aerospace-inspired cooling systems, this thing can actually maintain that performance without melting down. Why does this shock the world? Because HiPhi isn't some old-school car giant. They've been around for only a few years, and they're already putting together concepts that could go toe-to-toe with Rimac, Tesla's Roadster, or even the legendary hypercars from Europe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button right now, because the next cars on this list get even wilder. Number 3, GAC Hyptec Earth Concept. This one looks less like a car and more like something that just landed from outer space, the GAC Hyptec Earth Concept. The exterior design is unreal. Instead of sharp angles and aggressive cuts, the whole body flows like it was shaped by wind and water. Up front, you get this glowing fascia with light patterns that actually shift like they're alive. And check the wheels. They're sculpted like crystals, designed to slice the air clean while looking like rolling jewelry. Even the paint shimmers like minerals under sunlight. Inside, it's pure futuristic luxury. The cabin feels like a moving spa built with recycled and plant-based materials that somehow look more premium than leather. Ambient lights ripple across the interior like the northern lights, and the seats, they don't just recline, they rotate, adjust firmness automatically, and even tilt you into a zero-gravity position for long rides. It's less car interior and more Zen sanctuary on wheels. Now, let's talk crazy features. The Earth concept runs on next-gen hydrogen fuel cell tech, which means you could get insane driving range with refueling that takes minutes, not hours. The smart glass roof adjusts its tint on its own to block heat. The AI assistant can sync with your health data to adjust air quality or even remind you to drink water. And the whole cabin doubles as a personal theater with holographic projections. Yeah, we're officially in the age of cars with personalities. And if you think an eco-luxury spaceship is impressive, just wait until you see number 2. The Avatr Vision Spectra is like driving straight into a sci-fi movie. If Batman ever upgraded his Batmobile for the year 2050, it would probably look like this. The Avatr Vision Spectra. The exterior design is straight up aggressive. The whole car looks like it's in attack mode even when it's parked. You've got razor-thin LED headlights stretched across the nose, a roofline that melts into the rear like liquid metal, and body panels sculpted with sharp creases that make it look more spaceship than sedan. The wheels are tucked under bold arches, giving it this muscular, planted stance, like it's ready to pounce. Step inside and you realize Avatr wasn't just going for looks, they went full sci-fi theater. The dash is dominated by sweeping digital displays that feel endless, wrapping right into the doors. Instead of a traditional steering wheel, you get this sleek, minimalist control yoke. The seats look like futuristic thrones with deep bolstering, adaptive cushioning, and headrests that float behind your shoulders. They even have lighting that feels alive, washing the cabin in shifting patterns depending on the drive mode. This isn't just transport, it's an experience, like stepping into a luxury spaceship every time you open the door. And if you thought that was insane, buckle up because number 1 takes everything we've seen so far and turns the dial to maximum. But before that, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss more amazing videos like this. Number 1, SAIC Kun Concept. And finally, at number 1, we've got the SAIC Kun Concept, a car so futuristic it makes everything else on this list look almost ordinary. The Kun doesn't just look like a car, it looks like a piece of moving sculpture. The body is all flowing surfaces with no hard edges, almost like it was shaped by liquid metal. Up front, the headlights aren't really headlights. They're these razor-thin light blades that stretch across the nose and animate like a living creature. The doors? Butterfly style, opening upward with a dramatic sweep that screams supercar energy. And those wheels? Glowing, multi-layered designs that honestly make it look like it's hovering instead of rolling. Now, step inside and it's a straight-up sci-fi dream. The cabin's built around the idea of blending human and machine. Instead of a traditional dash, you're surrounded by curved glass displays that respond to your voice, your gestures, even your eye movements. The seats look like something out of a spaceship, sculpted, floating, and able to shift into lounge mode with a tap. The whole interior feels alive, with lighting that pulses like a heartbeat and surfaces that change texture depending on how you interact with them. Yeah, we're officially in the age of cars with personalities. This is less of a concept car and more like a mission statement from SAIC. The future of cars isn't just about moving from A to B, it's about creating an experience that feels alive. And that's the list. 5 Chinese concept cars that prove the future is already here. Which one would you drive first? Drop it in the comments. And hey, hit that subscribe so you don't miss the next round of futuristic rides. Wheel Factor out.